A man is supposed to be a provider. If you splitting the bills 50-50 with your man and y'all are staying together, that is not your boyfriend. That is your roommate. He's your roommate. I'm sorry.
But this,
I'm just a roommate.
Hey, look, I feel like this question right here has ruffled a lot of people's feathers. You know, just because of the simple fact of how we was taught in life what a man's supposed to do as a woman. You know, I actually just seen a video of a man who actually went viral. I don't know if you saw the video. Who said he's been married to his wife for 19 years. She's never paid mortgage. She's never paid bills. She's never paid a car note. She's never paid for groceries. She's never. Shit, he been married to her for 19 years. I'm guessing not. But he pretty much just said, as a man, shit, my wife has never had to worry about any of these because I am the provider of the house. I am the man of the house. I make sure that my family is taken care of, so my wife does not have to do that. So when you look at that type of situation as a woman, and like, damn, if you got certain men that understands that part of it, but then you have other men that feels like, okay, if I do pay the mortgage and pay all the bills, then hey, at least you can just get the groceries and cook, or pay for this or pay for that, have 50-50, then we are in a committed relationship. It just really becomes to how you've grown and what you think as a person.
Did he look old?
He was old. He was an older man. You could tell he was probably like a boomer's baby. So in the 50s. He was born like in the 50s or 60s. And I feel like that's the generational difference.
Yeah.
40, 50, 60, 70 men born in that stage area are totally different on how they provide for their babies. Then the 80s on up is kind of like, no, we split, because it's a different type of breed of women as well that came out. You ain't got women that want to cook, clean, stay at home, be a fucking mother, take care of the kids, make sure everything good, make sure their house is a home when a man come home, this and that. These women that want to goddamn get out, do their own thing, make their own money, do they, you know what I'm saying, have their own shit provide. So,
and that would always go back to, what was the point of fighting for equal rights? Like, the whole point, the men did all that because the women could not work.
That too. Men did that because the women could not work. So that does make sense. The whole point
of fighting for equal rights.
So I guess when the women was able to
now,
start
like,
working,
I want to work now, but I still want you to pay. Like, no, that was not the point. Mm-hmm. That's why when they, if you look at the timing when they said, all right, y'all can work too, that's when everything.
That's when shit started 50-50.
They made it to where it's gonna be 50.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was the whole point. But it's like, okay, if I do everything, what do you do with your money? I don't want to hear that rainy day shit. Like, that's bullshit.
Facts. I feel like, you know, shit evolves as time evolves. You know, things gonna be different. I feel like it really depends on how do you feel when you're in that relationship. If you feel like that it's okay for you, you make good money, he make good money, and y'all okay with doing it 50-50, then hey, that is fine. If you want a relationship and your man feel like, baby, I want to treat you like I want to pay for everything, you don't do nothing, and you just sit up and do you, that is fine. If you got a motherfucker that, you know, women paying for everything and a man sitting his ass out down the couch and you okay with that, hey,
that's my business.
That is not my business. That's fine.
And it happens.
Oh, of course, it definitely does. But it just becomes to a point of nothing should say, this is how it's done. No, it's not. We've made all this shit up. Everything has happened for us to talk about it, to happen, and then say, oh, this is right, this is wrong. No one really knows what the fuck is right or wrong.
It's no
right or wrong way. No. If they started out one way, a man being a man, paying for absolutely everything because women couldn't work, and then women now are able to work for us to actually help pay for something. Because I don't mind helping paying for some shit that me and my man own, or we got building, or we trying to provide for.
Instead of being on the line of losing it because he's
struggling to pay for it. Like, for me, that means I'm not in this shit to build together. No. I'm not in our relationship to make our relationship flourish and be better. I'm really just in this motherfucker to just take and get what I can while he's paying for it. So you look at it differently, and I feel like with this whole situation, it's always going to be kind of like because I just seen someone post another real pretty IG model. If a man ain't paying everything, don't even try to holler at me. And then they all jumped on them like, well, what the fuck?
I'm going to say this. To make this simple. We see niggas, we're going to use Kanye West. He went from $1 billion, and it subtracted real fast. We done seen niggas that was millionaires and no longer have nothing. So y'all, it's people that out here that makes not even 100K that y'all want to do all of these things. And let's say this dude do pay all the bills. We just gonna say he makes 70K. He pay all the bills. We all know a company can quit. Can let anybody go at any time. All right, now you got a house. Y'all got houses and cars together. So now he got to go in the
the
life insurance and shit. Now when this nigga die, you ain't got shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of just helping, like why does it hurt? It bothers me to hear a woman say, because all they saying is I'm not helping I'm not helping my nigga. That's all it's saying at the end of the time. At the end of the day, it's not saying fuck 50-50, fuck how it's worded. All y'all really saying is I'm not helping my nigga. He got to do this shit on his own, and I'm gonna be stress free, and I'm gonna put everything on this nigga. Nah, you don't love me.
But them relationships 9 out of 10 they never work all the way through.
They don't because the bigger bag can pull her.
Yeah, right.
That's what it's about. The bigger bag can pull her at any moment.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Look, to each his own. Everybody got their own opinion about it. To me, I feel like, I don't look at it as 50-50. I feel like when you're in a relationship, it should be 100-100. It ain't no fucking 50-50. We both are putting 100% into this relationship to try to make it work better, try to bring us and build us together. So, ain't no 50-50. If you don't put 100 and I put 100, meaning we talk about what the fuck is important to us, what we're going to do to pay for it and make sure the shit works out of both of our pockets. How can we both do this but also still save money and build money and all that? We ain't doing it at 100% capacity. I don't want the shit. Ain't no 50-50 because that 50-50 shit is like, well, you pay 70, I pay 30, you did this, you paid that. Fuck that, nigga. If you gave 100 and I both gave 100 and we both gave 100 together, it can never be no, you did more to me. It'll always be like, man, my motherfucker do just as much as I do. And that's where the respect and the loyalty comes from right there. And that's just kind of how I feel about it. So I am not the one with the whole 50-50, but I have seen a lot of people with it. I have seen a lot of people thinking that man should do more for, everything. I have seen women do everything for the man. So when you've seen it all and it all has happened, it just really kind of comes to what best works for you when you're in a relationship. But that's something that needs to be talked about at the beginning of y'all relationship, so y'all have an understanding moving forward what's going to be done and what's going on. Because some of that shit don't be talked about. A man to come in and swoop a bitch off her feet, give her everything, pay for everything, buy a wine and diner, all of that, and then want to talk about, well, let's 50-50 it. Bruh, you came in doing that shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? You came in giving an illusion, preparing this, thinking that it's going to be all this one way. Now all of a sudden when that bag, you see that bag on went, like you say, kaboops, you're like, oh well, we got 50-50. No, you should have came in and the motherfucker already talked to her about 50-50 because you would have known off rip what her intentions were, what his intentions were, ABC, and then you could have kind of maneuvered it in the way that you wanted to. So you got to kind of look at that as well, like, especially when it's always someone wants something that they really can't have and show you one way what it is and then turn around and be like, oh, well, we need to be splitting this because I can't do it. Don't do it from the beginning.
See, my months change up. I'd be 50-50 1 month, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20 1 month. And then it'll be a month be like, hey, I'm good. I had a good month. Keep everything.
Okay.
And so it'll flourish through the year, you know what I'm saying? But as we all see, shit, was the 100% niggas prepared for Corona? We don't know what's gonna hit us. You know
I don't think nobody was prepared for that shit. Everybody bad hurt doing that shit.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know what's gonna hit us for real. So
right.
Like, it's best to have two incomes in anything.
And it's just best to have open communication.
And these days it's like $2,000 for a 2-bedroom.
Boy, you crazy as hell. In a hot and a cool.
So y'all niggas that do it, I salute y'all. Y'all are some good men. Keep up your foolishness.
Kudos, man. But look, to each his own. Like, hey, if it works for you, whatever floats your boats, rock it. If it working for y'all, then go. But just make sure y'all just definitely have that conversation moving forward to make sure that y'all are both on the same page, so it won't be no ins and ands and buts about it. Because people people always show you the real them and show you true signs of them. So if this is something that's very important to you, bring it up in the beginning. Do not waste or do not kind of go back. That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
So
Yeah, kudos to y'all guys.